don't know, but I'm on this every day.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an NFC wildcard matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Throwing. Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down. The 48-yard line.
Prescott's pass intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
first carry for Kenyon Drake. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. They'll roll him out right. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards there, first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brings up
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Murray. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
From the 5, 3rd and goal. Rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Cowboys nothing.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Into the first quarter with the score Cardinals 7, Cowboys nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Now the ball comes loose. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The first down carry by Elliott. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Those spinning away. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it's enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
4th down and goal.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now this time, Murray to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To throw is Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy 1st. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
To the air again, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Cardinals going to use the 1st of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Murray now on 1st down. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there.
7-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Murray again. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Like 9.
Shotgun now for Murray. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
It's 4th and goal.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Parkey's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. On the return, Andy Isabella. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bradley Chubb able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Randy Gregory able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray to give. This is Drake. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4's kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a pickup of 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. In that play, they wound up losing yardage.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Operating from the gun, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
The 31-yard line.
Now Murray off play action. He'll buy some time right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Play fake. Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Randy Gregory able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just outside his own goal line. Taken in at the 22.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Shit.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
At the 15-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On play action, it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
First down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
on second down now. It's Elliott. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Prescott to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 11. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll start the drive with Drake. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Come on. Check 13. Check 13.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
Can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now, things just got interesting. They try for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point.
Don't Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Back to throw. Murray. Flush to his right. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
36-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Murray rolling to his right. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
Your partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Off the play fake. Murray, he'll buy some time right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
You talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill.
Off play action. Murray. They'll roll him out right. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Off the play fake. Murray rolling to his right. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about,